Harry from Blue Nose Beer Reviews before Christmas sent me a box of goodies for me to wire my way through. There was 4 beers and there was this in the box. Now I think my original plan was to talk about all of the products collectively. Unfortunately what actually happened was I drank all the beer and then just kind of didn't get round to this for a while, so I'm doing it now. This is a Ramsbury Wild Apple Vodka, and I will quickly say before we go any further, it is a liqueur. The reason I say that will become abundantly clear to people. The other reason, I nearly didn't do this because I did a bit of I tried to do a bit of research for this recently, and it doesn't seem to be on the website anymore. So I don't know if that's because Ramsbury's in the middle of like a rebrand, or they've decided to pull this product. I don't know. But I said I would cover it, so I will, admittedly, maybe a little too late, honour that. I want to say straight away, actually, I believe this is the old design. Harry has definitely told me before which one this is. I like both. There's a new design, there's an old design. I like both of them, but I do dig this like rounded, it's like curvaceous bottle. I dig it. I think it looks really nice. And I like the circular label and everything else. I will quickly say as well, just because I know Harry, I'm not fawning about this. I pre-warned him. It was like, hey, I want to send you some stuff, and I was like, cool, but be sure, because I don't do fawning platitudes. I think we're at the point now where people know that. And he sent it off, and I've tried a little bit of it. I really dug the beers. I will quickly say that as well. In fact, I did talk about them in one of my more recent live streams, the First Kitchen Sink live stream. So if you haven't watched that, you can go and check that out. And I talk about the Ramsbury beers, but this is their Wild Apple Vodka Liqueur. There's a bit of spiel on the back, and we're going to read it. The Ramsbury distillery lies in the heart of the Wiltshire countryside, surrounded by our ingredients. Every element is harvested from the estate, from the trees that fuel our steam boiler to the winter wheat, which we grow. Bloody hell, alliteration there. Winter wheat, which we grow. All the different fruits are picked from the hedgerows or within the estate woodlands. We are sure that you will agree this is a true example of British craftsmanship. 32% ABV, 37.5. I've been trying to think of a couple of cocktails that I could maybe put this in. Also, quick shout out as well, the stopper is metal, and I dig it. I like a weighty stopper. There was absolutely no need to make this a metal stopper, but they did anyway, and I like it. Yeah. Pop the cork back on. I've been having a quick think about like cocktail ideas with this, and I kind of want to play around with like an old-fashioned or like a sidecar variant. I think those could be a bit fun. But for now, we're just going to try the liqueur as it is. It is pressed apple juice colour. It's not cloudy, it's clear. It smells like, if anyone's ever gotten like Pink Lady apple juice specifically, you can get it in like, I think M&S do it, and the Co-op and a few other places it's been showing up. It's nice stuff. I like a Pink Lady apple. They're one of my preferred eating apples. Comment down below, what's your favourite apple? Really bringing in that content. It smells like apples. There's not a huge amount I can say about that beyond that. It just does smell like apples. One thing about this liqueur, it's not overbearingly sweet. In fact, it is probably closer to a vodka than a liqueur, realistically. It's just that ABV that forces it into the liqueur category, really. If I was creating a drink around this, I would treat it more like an apple vodka. It's kind of nice that it's a lower ABV as well, because it doesn't have all that like sugariness. Like a lot of apple spirits, either they don't really taste like apple because they're some kind of fake apple additive, or they're sour or horrendously sweet. This is none of those. This is sort of like alcoholic distillate of apple, for want of a better way of putting it. The apple's crisp, quite dry, kind of like a sort of like a cider kind of a flavour that you're getting off of it. Again, it's not overly sweet or sugary. It's almost like it's keeping it simple. It's just celebrating the apples. I know a few people that would be absolutely in love with this stuff. Do you know, actually, I'd imagine this would go really well with like a tonic water. Now I'm thinking about it. Do you know what? I can do that. Crack it on with some Merchant Heart hibiscus. Again, there was a sale. I'm not sponsored by Merchant Heart. Merchant Heart mustn't like me very much, because every time I've featured them, I've been like, it's not that they're the best, they were just the cheapest. Okay, so now we've got like a rosé cider kind of a thing going on. Tonic's kind of taken over a little bit, but we'll see what it tastes like. Oh, that's nice. That, on a cool summer's day, you could crush a lot of these. You know, now that I'm thinking about it a bit better as well, like sparkling wine does go really well with. There's something a bit different to like a Cœur Royal, do like an apple version of that. It's also stronger, which is, you know, never an unwelcome change. Yeah, in terms of like apple and tonic, I mean, obviously I'm going with a hibiscus tonic here, so it's gone a bit more floral. But you know what, that works. It plays well with the tonic. It doesn't let it dominate, but it also doesn't take over the drink itself. They meld together. I've got, if I were drinking this, I'd be like, it's like a apple tonic. Okay, cool, I can dig that. That's kind of what I mean when I say they've all come together. You know, sometimes with the gin and tonic, you're kind of like, oh, there's the gin and there's the tonic. It's like, you know, there's two steps to it. These, it's merged together a lot better. I'm glad I did this now. In fact, the only other things I have in the house at the minute are orange juice and smoky coke, but I don't think it, maybe orange juice actually. To pineapple juice, that could work. Or if you're doing a punch, do people still do punches? Is that a thing? That's not a thing, is it? Maybe, do you know what, actually don't forget the punch. Make more punches. Punches are fun. I dig that. I'd imagine a fair few people put this with lemonade. I kind of think you'd be missing the point, because you have a dry apple vodka liqueur here, and then you're going to drown it in sugar. I don't know. I'd be tempted to try it with Advocaat if it weren't for the fact that the Advocaat I've got in the fridge is scaring me now. I mean, it should be okay, but yeah. You know when you get it in your head, you're just kind of like, I know that's probably fine, but I don't want to. You know? Maybe just me. Maybe that's just me. And this was Ramsbury apple vodka. I can't even leave you links to go out and buy. Harry, if you're watching this, I'd imagine you are. How'd I do? No, but I would imagine he'll advise down below, you know, whether that's a product that's no longer available, if it's coming back, if we just need to be patient. Oh, that did not sound healthy.